Jasper AI terrifies me. It's an AI generative text service. In short, it will write stuff for you. For example, if you tell Jasper to write an article about the devastation which could arise from robots pretending to be human writers, then Jasper will spend a couple seconds computing before spitting out a whole article describing the ethics surrounding artificial intelligence, the implications of handing AI the keys to our communication, and what it all means for the future of how we consume media. Sounds simple enough, and you might be wondering what the title of this video refers to when it talks about mass disinformation, and why anyone would ever find the prospect of AI writers terrifying. But I promise if you watch this video until the very end, you will be equally anxious about our AI-dominated future. Ready? Let's begin. Like some of you, I've seen ads for Jasper AI popping up all over my social media feed, promising to write the perfect product description for store owners and copywriters, promising to help salesmen write the perfect converting code opener emails, and promising to let everyone write 1,000-word articles in under 10 minutes. Now, I'm currently in the midst of an undertaking that requires me to compile the information from hundreds of government documents. It's a Herculean task, so I figured I'd subscribe to Jasper and see if its generative AI services can help speed the process up. I digged around the platform for a little bit. Here's a poem I asked Jasper to write for my celeb crush Natalie. Natalie, my love for you is strong as a rock. I have never felt this way before, and I know that I, as a cat, am always happy when I'm with you. I purr with contentment when you pet me. Along with this thing, which Jasper pooped out when I asked it to write an essay on why Valorant is a superior video game compared to CSGO. And then I got to work. I inputted the command, write an article about the Honeywell $29 million settlement for cleanup work. And this is what Jasper spat out. Honeywell International Incorporated has agreed to pay $29 million to resolve claims that have failed to properly clean up hazardous waste at a former military site in New Jersey, etc. Honeywell had violated the Superfund law by failing to clean up contamination at the site in Middlesex County, New Jersey, known as Maywood Chemicals Superfund site, etc., etc. Along with a quote from the U.S. Attorney, what's his name? William E. Fitzpatrick, saying, "This settlement holds Honeywell accountable for its failure to properly clean up hazardous waste at the Maywood Chemicals Superfund site." Obviously, I was paraphrasing the 420-word AI-generated press release. I'm not gonna waste your time reading the whole thing out loud, but it is on the screen right now, so feel free to pause it to read it if you'd like. You don't have to though, because I've just brought up the most relevant bits. My initial reaction to seeing this was incredulity. Like I said, I spent the past several months reading hundreds of EPA court dockets and press releases, 344 such cases to be precise. And Jasper was able to spit out an identical replica of one of those press releases in under 30 seconds. But then I took a closer look at the words on the screen and saw the glaring problem. You see, while the Jasper AI generated document captured the writing style of the EPA perfectly, none of the information in it was actually true. This $29 million cleanup by Honeywell doesn't exist. Don't get me wrong, Honeywell did have to pay $29 million to clean up a Superfund site that they contaminated. But that was in Brunswick, Georgia, not New Jersey, which is 900 miles away. Jasper's AI generative press release alleged that the pollution occurred at the Maywood Chemicals Superfund site, which was located in a New Jersey county named Middlesex. And there actually is a Maywood Chemicals Superfund site in New Jersey. But the real Maywood Chemical is located in Maywood City, which is a part of Bergen County, 50 miles away from Middlesex County. These almost truths are what truly makes Jasper horrifying. My entire life outside of work, eating, socializing, and sleeping has been consumed with me devouring every piece of information on corporate pollution of the environment in the past decade. Anyway, it's safe to say that because of this near obsession that I've had, I have as close to an expert's eye in corporate environmental violations that anyone can realistically have. And even someone such as myself, someone who's been feasting on EPA court dockets for the past 5 months like a starving child who wandered into an old country buffet, didn't initially see anything wrong with the Jasper AI generated content. I had to take the time to actually read and critically think about what the words on the screen were saying for the red flags to start raising. And here's the thing though, AI generative text like Jasper and its many competitors do have the potential for good. I personally used Jasper to write the script for my next video about a massive scandal involving Drizzly, which is basically DoorDash for alcohol. And Jasper's generative AI did genuinely save me a lot of time, so long as I sat with the bot and babysitted its every move. Me manually watching over Jasper to correct its many mistakes while it was generating the script's rough draft turned what's normally a several-hour process into one that was completed in about half an hour. But that's exactly the problem with this. It took me 30 minutes for Jasper to write an accurate description of an actual company's very real security breach. But it only took 30 seconds to get Jasper to write a fake EPA press release filled with nonsensical information and half-truths. Knowing this discrepancy in time commitment, which path do you think that the content mills of the world will take when they start using generative AI to crank out their media pieces? Do you really think that the people whose primary business model is blasting out as many articles as possible, as quickly as possible, for the cheapest price possible, in order to bake the most clicks for maximized ad revenue, will really take the extra time to ensure that the information they're blasting out is accurate? What do you think is going to happen to the quality of the internet when they realize they're leaving heaps of money on the table by not simply turning on the fire hose of AI generated misinformation? Do you honestly think that these people utterly focused on short-term profit no matter the cost will do the responsible thing of babysitting a piece of computer code to ensure all the information being pumped out is accurate? I think we both know the answer to that question.